Hello and welcome to Weekly Wrestling Review. And before we start with this week in wrestling, I actually got to say I am sad to announce that Bryan has decided to retire from professional wrestling, and I'm really sad about this. Bryan is one, if not my favourite wrestler, and he's done so much for the business. It's one of the reasons I still enjoy this business, and I'm really disappointed that he decided to leave WWE and decided to leave wrestling in general. Bryan Danielson, or Daniel Bryan, whatever you know him as, is one of the best this business has ever had, and he will be remembered for years and years to come. And we've all need to say thank you to Daniel Bryan. Now, on a lighter note, let's go on to Raw, which, apart from Daniel Bryan's sad retirement, wasn't the best show, but wasn't the worst of shows. So we opened with a Daniel Bryan video, tribute video, starting from NXT and Shawn Michaels training camp, to when he defeated Triple H at WrestleMania, till he won title in the main event at WrestleMania 30, to him defeating John Cena, to him winning the IC title. Hell no, had every highlight of Daniel Bryan's career in there from WWE, which is really good. It was really good, and it was quite sad at the end. Then I had a contract signing with Stephanie McMahon. She came out, talked about this contract signing for a wee bit. Then Reigns came out, Lesnar came out, and Dean came out. Ambrose and Lesnar are so good together. They are gold, and Heyman in the situation makes it so much better. If these two, if the rumours are true, and they two are getting a match at WrestleMania, that match is going to be absolutely amazing. But Reigns is just, I don't know what's up with Reigns, he's just kind of boring me. Actually, I'm one of the people who actually likes Reigns. It's important, I'm not being angry at him when he wins matches, but it's just in this, and the later thing, the later on in the show, he was really just boring and bland, and it should be a lot more exciting. Especially the bloody Rock, it should be much more exciting. So then we had Charlotte versus Alicia Fox, and Charlotte is getting better. Her and Ric Flair is actually quite a money combination. It just shows you how similar in wrestling they actually are. She's basically just a carbon copy of her dad, but with tits. And you may call me sexist, but that's basically what she is. She's a really good wrestler, and I enjoy her matches, and she had a good match tonight. Then Miz TV with Chris Jericho coming out, started saying, I'm going to make this a highlight reel. AJ Styles come in, they done away with the Miz, and had a really good, hard hitting, fierce brawl. And it was really good. Showed how much they hated each other, and how much they wanted to fight and fight and fight. And you're seeing a lot more heel Jericho, and I'm sure something's going to happen with it. Didn't happen this week, but it's going to happen soon, I'm sure of it. We then had Wyatt versus Ryback, and these two always have fun matches, and this was no different. It's really fun. Like, the match at Payback is probably the best match on that show, apart from the main event. And they actually had a really good match here, with Ryback going for the immediately clothesline, about to hit it, and then Wyatt hits him with the Sister Abigail. You know, we've got what his finishing move was called there. And this was actually really good. Really enjoyed it. Then Titus O'Neil came out to the smallest pop I've heard in a while. He just does not work as like a big guy. Just put him back with Titus O'Neil and put him in the millions of dollars and with the time for players. He is a pop when he does the oora thing there, but no when he's doing it in singles matches. But he lost to Adam Rose. That's just showing how bad he is. He lost to the Social Outcasts with a distraction for Curtis Axel, Heath Slater, and then Rose got the roll up. Then Dean Ambrose coming out and had one of the better promos he's ever done. His promos against Wyatt I thought were really good, but his promo was really good, saying just taunting Lesnar, and Lesnar came out and just destroyed him. like literally destroyed him, like beating him down, suplex after suplex after suplex after suplex after suplex after suplex after suplex. But then Roman Boer came out and he walked to the ring, and this is when I thought he was about to do something. See if he came out and attacked Lesnar here. I thought this was going to be really good. If he came out and started beating down on Lesnar for attacking his brother, his best friend, I would have really enjoyed this. But he didn't, he just stared and looked at him. But Ambrose did deliver something that Lesnar's getting a bit too used to, which is low blows. If you don't know, if you know someone, Taker gave him like 7 low blows, and now he's getting low blows after Ambrose. I just don't know if Lesnar's going to take it longer. And they actually got a low blow city bitch, which I thought was funny. Then we had the Lucha Dragons return in the first tag team match in about a while since Sin Cara got injured. And in the return match they lost to the League of Nations with Del Rio winning, so he can get a bit of advantage before Fastlane in his match against Kalisto. But this was a WWE tag match, just same boring tag match for the comeback. Then had Lynch versus Tamina, and anti-hero Banks is amazing. Her and commentary was really good. Her and Naomi had a wee brawl until Lynch came up and broke it up. But then Lynch came back into the ring, she got a super kick and then got kicked, then lost the match. Then had a tables match between the Dudley Boys and the Usos versus the New Day and Mark Henry. Mark Henry left the Usos, and then the New Day get put through tables by the Usos and Dudleys. Then the Dudley Boys turned heel, and what was one of the better moments of the night. It was really good. I actually really enjoyed this moment. And the main event of Raw, this was amazing. Turning the Dudley Boys heel, and I've got to say, this is probably what's best for them. They're no longer a nostalgia act, they are a serious threat, which is what's best for business, because these two should be tag team champions before the year ends. But so then we had the most emotional and dreadful part of, not dreadful, sad part of Raw, sorry, which was Daniel Bryan's retirement speech. The speech was amazing. He mentioned everything from NXT to American Dragon, to even shaving off most of his hair for a charity. And before I go on to the sad part, he said an amazing thing. The whole crowd was chanting yes, 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 and he said, that's what Bree says. And then the crowd chanted, that's what she said. And one of the funniest moments in Raw history. But Daniel Bryan's speech was amazing, and it's just so good. Now we're at TNA. I'm going to go through this really quickly because it was really bad. Hardy versus Dixie promo was decent. Hardy wanting to fire Dixie to fire EC3, wasn't that good. Lashley versus Bram, which was fine, it was okay. I don't really want to see EY versus Bram, but that's the way they're going, it seems, with EY hitting Bram with the belt. Yeah, it's had a really good promo from Bennett and Angle, with Angle not only loving pish out of Bennett. And then an X Division title rematch from last week, Uno versus Lee. This was a really good match. The ending was amazing with the inside cradle buster, I think that's what it's called. Then I had the K versus Beer Money, with the K winning, not with Beer Money winning by 2Q. Then a Gradle coming out, and it was just like really bad. Gradle promos are usually good because they're filled with passion, but this one was bad. They had a knockouts match, which is not a bad moment of TNA. Then the best part of TNA was Angle vs Galloway 2, with Galloway winning. Galloway won Rings of Saturn, or Gargano bite, whatever you want to call it. It was really good. Then at EC3 return from injury, or whatever you want to call it, and win the match, which was okay. Not win a match, take down Hardy and Tyrus. So now it's the best show of the week, of course. Corbin versus Gargano was really good. This is how a big man match should work. Gargano was small, but could still defend for himself. He wasn't a weak underdog. he was fighting against this big massive giant who he knew could beat him up, ring him up even when he was down, which is a really good way to book an underdog story. That's why NXT is always the best when it comes to underdog stories. Just look at Sami Zayn's against Kevin Owens, or even Sami Zayn against Leo Kruger. Then the Hype Bros versus Hollis and Skylar, which is okay with the Hype Bros winning. I do not like the Hype Bros. They are boring, they are stupid. Mojo Rawley needs to go away from NXT. I don't know why Bill Dempsey was released, but Mojo Rawley wasn't. I know he's like really big, Triple H really likes him, but he's just not good. Alexa Bliss versus Cameron, which was a decent match, but Cameron is basically Eva Marie 2.0. She's just botching all the time. She botched a clothesline, the easiest move in wrestling. Then I had Samson versus Sorensen, JC Sorensen, or more commonly known as the guy who broke his neck in TNA, with Samson beating him up with the shake, rattle and roll, or the swing neck breaker. And Samson's another bad character on NXT. I guess it wasn't the best episode of NXT, it was saved by 2 good matches and a great ending scene, but God's sake, I hate Samson. He is worse than Mojo Rawley. He is just boring, he puts you to sleep. He has got an awesome theme song. We then had Bayley versus Carmella, which was really good. Carmella's best match, with Bayley winning, but the ending was the best, with Carmella getting attacked by Nia Jackson and Eva Marie. They both attacked Bayley, but then Asuka came out and saved the night, and this is a really good segment as she pointed to the NXT Women's title. Then we're on to SmackDown. It opened with a Jericho and Styles promo, which was okay. Then Social Outcast came out, challenged them to a tag match, and that match happened. It was okay again. The Dudley Boys had an amazing promo, basically the debut of Billy Ray. Wyatt's promo was really good, saying the Titans must fall. And finally, the Jericho vs Styles match was better than the Raw match and was fucking amazing. Now we're on to news and rumours. Titus O'Neil was suspended for 90 days, being put down to 60 days, and will be back soon. And it's suspected that his push will be stopped and he will be put back with Darren Young as a jobber tag team. Daniel Bryan suffered a seizure in his last match against Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, and that footage just recently came back around, and it is traumatising, it's scary, it makes you fear for Daniel Bryan himself and see why WWE put him out of action for so long, and you can see why Daniel Bryan finally admitted that he needs to retire. Riddick Moss was knocked out and suffered a concussion in NXT's live event in Tampa, Florida, I believe, and is knocked out. It was really bad. Footage is gone around to that as well. Rumors been going around that Cena might be finally turning heel when he comes back to WWE in a couple of months after WrestleMania. As WWE are weird to doubt that his merchandise has been falling. A Cruiserweight show might be coming to the WWE Network, starring no WWE stars and all independent talent, including
That's a statement win, Michael. That's a win that says, hey, everybody, look at me.
The crowd here tonight certainly seemed to appreciate the efforts. What a great match.